Hi, I'm Heather Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show. And tonight we have our special Memorial Day episode. So let's start off with Memorial Day. It offers an opportunity to honor the country's veterans. It seems fitting to share the story of Marine Sergeant Joshua Ashley, who paid the ultimate price for our country. David Wiley has his story.
For military families, there's nothing more devastating than losing a loved one in battle overseas. For a local family, they have taken an extra step, a special adoption, to honor their son and ease the pain of his loss.
U.S. Marine Sergeant Joshua Ashley is an American hero who lost his life in 2012 while fighting for our country in Afghanistan. Joshua was a local boy who grew up in Rancho Cucamonga. He had a towering presence and a magnetic personality that left an indelible mark on those who knew him.
He was very athletic, very competitive, but he was big in stature. He's like 6'3", but he was the biggest teddy bear.
A popular student at Etiwanda High School, Joshua was moved by the events of 9/11 and felt a calling to join the military.
He didn't want to go to college, he wanted to go in the Marine Corps. So I made him give me 1 year in college, and he did, and after that first year, he went right into the Marine Corps.
And Joshua took to the Marines right away, becoming a military policeman and eventually entering the K-9 Handler program. That's where he first met Sirius. After training at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, Joshua and Sirius were deployed to the front lines in Afghanistan.
He was always excited about the missions over there. That's what he was trained for.
And despite their perilous assignment, Josh managed to talk with his mother often via Skype. In fact, they spoke the night before he was killed and talked about Sirius.
When we Skyped, he said, Mom, I re-enlisted. I know you're not going to like it. He goes, and where I'm going, I'm not going to be able to take Sirius with me. And he said, I'm going to adopt him, but you're going to have to take him for me. And then when I get to wherever I'm going, I'll take him.
24 hours after that phone call, Tammy and her family were notified that Josh had been killed by a landmine. Remarkably, Sirius survived, and as devastating as it was to deal with the death of her son, Tammy almost immediately began pursuing the adoption of Sirius.
I started the process of the adoption, which it's rare. Parents don't usually get their children's dogs that they are assigned. However, they had just recently started allowing parents of the fallen to adopt their child's dog.
Sirius continued to serve with the Marines during the adoption process, and during that time, Sirius had a non-combat related accident that left him near death. Despite injuries that left Sirius unable to open his mouth, Tammy went through with the adoption.
He's special needs in a way because he can't open his mouth normal. He has to lap everything up, but he's healthy and seems very much loving retirement.
And while caring for Sirius has been a challenge, he's been a constant reminder for Tammy and her family of the son that they lost.
Josh never had kids, and he wasn't married, and to me, this is his son. So that's the only part I have of him.
And Tammy and Sirius continue to keep Josh's memory alive. Josh and Sirius were memorialized on the Lucy Pet Foundation float at the 2018 Rose Parade.
For me, this is all about having my son never be forgotten.
And with the help of Tammy and Sirius, the ultimate sacrifice that Sergeant Joshua Ashley made for our freedom will never be forgotten.
With Memorial Day just around the corner, the Veterans History Project at the Library of Congress is urging the family members of veterans to record their loved ones' experience.
With Memorial Day just around the corner, the Veterans History Project at the Library of Congress is urging family members of veterans to record their loved ones' experience. We've seen scenes like this on the news, but what's it like if you're on the front lines? The Library of Congress wants to know. They've collected the stories of 113 veterans and their families so far in their Veterans History Project, and they're looking for more.
The Veterans History Project is your opportunity, your community's opportunity, your loved one's opportunity to reach out to the veterans in your life.
While the Veterans History Project is interested in all stories from veterans and their families, they especially are looking for stories from military medical personnel, including public health workers.
Together, these individual voices take us back and help us as a nation understand how we got where we are today and where we are going.
To find out more, visit loc.gov/vets.
The Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year competition was held last week in Arlington, Virginia. The winner? The spouse of a member of America's newest military branch, the Space Force. Cynthia Scott has more.
Arlington, Virginia was the setting for the competition that really isn't as much of a competition as a collaboration. The Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year program. Winners from each of the military branches were selected to represent their individual service. And when the dust settled, the overall winner was Sarah Strader, representing America's newest branch, the Space Force. Besides being a spouse of a Space Force member and an expectant mom, Sarah also heads up an organization called Secure Families Initiative, which advocates for military families.
I founded a nonpartisan nonprofit in the hopes of helping educate my community about better ways to show up in civic ways. We also train military family members to be their own advocates, to tell their lived experiences directly to decision makers so that our families can be heard in new ways.
Hey guys, Jason Rasidlo coming to you from the Mandalay Bay Convention Center for the 2023 edition of CES Unveiled. Come along with me as I check out some of the cool new products and technologies here. Here's an electric super bike. That's a clean water pathfinder. How about a mini dishwasher called Bob? A company called Aper introduced their cordless robotic pool cleaner. The Seagull Pro model won a CES Innovation Award for 2023.
It's our Seagull Pro, which is our quad motor system where it's a robotic underwater cleaner. So it's a robotic swimming pool cleaner. Basically what it does, it has a quad motor system where it allows it to have 2 intakes, 2 outtakes of all your system for the water. It also has a navigation system so think about it, underwater GPS. It allows it to have navigation of the pool. It's called our wave path technology. What it allows it to do is map the pool, basically think of a GPS. It maps the pool, allows it to say, okay, I know where to clean every time I'm going to start cleaning.
How is it similar or different from what we have now that's available for purchase?
Well, first of all, it's wireless. So think of it right now. If somebody's cleaning the pool, you can tell because there's a cord that runs across the pool deck, right? This unit does not. It's one unit. Here it is. Plug it in, drop it in the pool, let it go. Runs for 3 hours. Take it out, think of it as a phone. You charge your phone every day, right? Same thing with this. So I can be running in the water cleaning while I'm swimming. Kids can be in the pool, we don't have to worry about it getting caught up in any cords or anything that way.
And what's inside, like a filter and everything?
So everything is cleaned by baskets, and once you finish it, it's very simple. Pop it out, pull the top off, drop it, rinse it off, and it's good.
And you can use it how many times?
Many times as you want. It's a mesh system where all you do, the filters go in, clean it, you're good.
Below here is our brown body sprays, and right here is our statement, is our anthem control, which has able to control your dual temperature as well as each of the individual tabs that you need for the statement sprays.
Bringing you the best of California from CES Unveiled in Las Vegas, I'm Jason Rasidlo for California Life.
It's one of the most popular military movies of all time, and after an extended wait during the pandemic, fans will finally see Tom Cruise in Top Gun: Maverick. Here's more from the global premiere in San Diego.
Everyone here is the best there is. Who the hell are they going to get to teach us?
Let me be perfectly
I think we know the answer
you are not
to
my
that.
First choice. You were here at the request of Admiral Kazansky, aka Iceman. He seems to think that you have something left to offer the Navy. What that is, I can't imagine.
With all due respect, sir, I'm not a teacher. Just
just want to manage expectations.
Pete Maverick Mitchell is back in the cockpit and ready to take the Navy's elite fighter pilots to the next level in Top Gun Maverick. The ace flyer is still an outlier, doing things his own way, which hasn't earned him any fans in the service, but he just might have the right stuff to make sure his students complete their mission safely.
Your instructor is one of the finest pilots this program has ever produced.
Tom Cruise returns to the role that helped make him an action star and one of the highest paid actors in the world. Joining him in this adrenaline-pumping adventure is a team of young actors eager to get their own taste of the high life, literally.
Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking. Today's exercise is dogfighting.
2 versus 1? Hey, he's got to be kidding.
Some ghosts of the past will be there to haunt Maverick, including Rooster, the son of his former partner Goose, played by Miles Teller.
My dad believed in you. I'm not going to make the same mistake.
Although it was decades in the making, Top Gun Maverick delivers the same need for speed as the original. Cruise put his team of recruits through their own training boot camp, and he worked with the director to install IMAX quality cameras into the cockpits of the jets to make the in-air scenes as realistic as possible. This is a feel-good movie that relies on patriotism, romance, and camaraderie to engage its audience. The film will certainly be a big winner at the box office, especially with a Memorial Day weekend boost.
Right from the very beginning, we went directly to the Hans Christian Andersen tale, and we saw a very modern story, a very contemporary story about a young girl who feels displaced, doesn't feel like she belongs, and she goes on an epic journey, really, of self-discovery to break down the barriers and walls between herself and the other, which in this case is the human world. I think what's beautiful about that is that, I think we can all relate. When we were making this, it was, we feel the world become more divided and more divisive in a way. And it was this wonderful antidote the entire time about not being afraid of what's on the other side of the border or other side of the wall, not being afraid of someone different than you. And this wonderful reminder that we're really all one.
And learning how to be tolerant and listen to the other so we can somewhat understand, their plights.
Exactly.
It's very important to us to find, as people who live in this world and are contemporary, we had to find a way in. And that's the most important thing for us, no matter what film.
Exactly. How does it relate to an actual audience today? And that's how we saw it.
And us in our world today.
I don't think we could have done this film if we hadn't done all the movies up to this point. When they said, you're going to do an underwater musical, we thought, well, how do we do that? How do you do that? How do you begin? Because everything is no sets, pieces and things like that, and a few props that were used, but everything had to be added digitally. But we had this incredible group of people, and we prepped like crazy. We spent years prepping for this film. We started with storyboards. We moved directly into animatics and then pre-visualization, so we could almost create like a little mini movie where we would have where the actor would be in space, in the water, and how we would have the camera moving. And then that was translated to our camera team and also, of course, our stunt team, so they would know where to move everyone. So it was daunting.
And we all had to learn. We all had to teach ourselves and collaborate and to try to find that patience and that kind of being able to feed. It has to feed through one voice in the end of the day. And it can't look technical, as we knew. We could never. So it is such a balancing act between all these different factions. But the way that the stunt people had to move and flow, and the actors, the whole thing was a musical exercise.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, John. I mean, it was definitely all had to be choreographed in advance. That was the most important thing. Otherwise, we wouldn't know how to even begin. Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Jason Rasidlo reporting from the Las Vegas Convention Center for the 2023 International Pizza Expo. Here's a slice of what's happening. Breads, cheese, dough, chicken wings, frozen lemonade, Italian gelato, meatballs, mozzarella sticks, pastas, ovens, soda pop, sauce, wine. It was all here at the International Pizza Expo. The 39th annual event is considered the largest pizza show in the world. It features suppliers from across the globe, networking and educational sessions. Bakemark showed off their new pizza fries, which are breadsticks made out of pizza dough mix. Here are more details.
You only add yeast, water, and olive oil, and you see our product. This is the finished product. It's a small breadstick, and we call it pizza fries. It's really delicious. We add in herbs and spices and a lot of cheese. This one is actually a mix already. Everything is in it, all the enzymes, the good enzymes that makes it really delicious and preserves its flavor and gives it its lift. All you need to do is add again the yeast, the water, and the olive oil, and you're all set. Less mistakes for your bakers, and that's a big plus.
The pizza business is exploding right now. I think everybody is trying to make a name for themselves, to learn how they can differentiate one another and ultimately, bring a ROI to their bottom line.
Attendees were able to enjoy free samples of pizzas, pastas, chicken, sandwiches, and much more.
It's going to open up a little QR code. Now, as a customer, I can come in and I can do a pickup. I come in, scan in my pickup code. Nope. Pops the door open. I grab my pizza. I go. Completely unattended, completely simple. These are heated. We can get these heated, cooled, or ambient. You also notice on this side here, we have different shapes of boxes. So a lot of people will get drinks, salad, and a pizza. No problem. We can have the pizzas in here, drinks and salad in here. When you scan the code, it pops one of each box. You're good to go.
The show floor featured startup companies as well as national brands such as Tyson Foods, General Mills, and DoorDash. Californo told me about their mobile pizza oven trailers. They can cook 5 to 6 pizzas at one time at just 80 seconds each.
It's a turnkey solution which will give you the option to start your business the minute you receive the trailer. This Ristratore trailer includes everything. It's a 420, Verona 420 pizza oven operated by gas or wood. We have a vertical freezer, 23 cubic feet. We have a 64-inch refrigeration, AC, lighting, 3-compartment sink, hand wash sink. And this specific unit came with the license to operate in Florida, but we work with all other states according to the requirements, and we can deliver you an oven ready to rock and roll. The day you receive it, you can start your business. This one, as it's now here, it was sold the first day of the show for the full price for $91,000 because it's a slightly bigger oven and it comes with a digital control and gas, propane. So from 79 to 91, everything is customizable. We have no limitations. We just need to work with the jurisdictions of where you're going to operate. We work according to the requirements, but really there is no limits.
Beyond Meat offered samples of its new pepperoni on pizzas. Bringing you the best of California from the International Pizza Expo in Las Vegas, I'm Jason Rasidlo for California Life.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, please go to our website, californialifehd.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.